everyone, today I've got my Onward movie review. A pair of brothers go on an adventure of a lifetime. But is this just a generic Disney Pixar movie? So as far as the story goes, directed by Dan Scanlon, this was one of those movies I didn't really go in with a lot of high expectations despite it being a Disney Pixar movie, and of course I am a fan of Disney movies and I really like to see, what kind of different stories can they bring to the table and of course the big screen. And this movie has these two brothers go onward a journey to discover some magic after they were gifted something from their dad who had passed away, and that's something you don't really see often happening in a Disney movie. Yes, sometimes they have this thing about parents being absent in these Disney movies, or at least one half of the parents are always missing, but it's never the dad that's usually missing, so it feels kind of different. I don't remember the last Disney movie that came out where the dad was the one that had died over the mom, and a similar situation I feel happened, and it also worked for the movie Coco, which had a death in the family, and then that led the main character to go on this journey and adventure. It's equally apparent here. But I feel like this movie, of course, has these magical elements to it that are on par with a little game called D&D, also known as Dungeons and Dragons. And the adventure was exciting to watch unfold on screen. So I really loved how immersive this whole movie felt. It almost did feel like you were actually playing the Dungeons and Dragons game. Now, as far as the casting goes, I was really impressed with the likes of Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, who play the younger and older brother respectively, and I love seeing their interactions with each other, and of course we know them as Spider-Man and Star-Lord, so seeing them work together once again I thought was really cute, especially for an animated film. They definitely had these really good scenes together, and they're definitely the yin to the yang with each other. But of course, I was also very impressed with the supporting cast of Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who plays their mom, and even Octavia Spencer was also in this movie as well. I thought her character was pretty funny and cool at the same time. Now, the things that I liked about this movie was that they incorporated a modern world with fantasy, which I've seen work well with Netflix's Bright. If you haven't seen that movie, you should definitely check it out, even though that's more of an adult type of movie, but I can definitely see where this was also inspired by Zootopia, which made this movie look equally diverse with the different species of characters like fairies and centaurs, etc. I mean, there's just so many to look out for, and I feel like this would be a movie for everyone to watch, and you get to see this inclusiveness with the movie's overall representation of the characters. And I will admit that I definitely cried watching this movie, which is not surprising for a Disney movie for me. If you guys know me, I'm always crying watching like anything Disney, but this one was surprisingly sad, and I was not expecting to at least shed a tear. So it was also hilarious as well. I definitely loved when the boys used the magic to try to bring their dad back to life, and all that was left was just pants walking around and nothing else, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this can't possibly end well. But oh man, it was absolutely hilarious. I also appreciated the underlying messages of the movie and what that delivered when you're trying to find out who you are and learning to appreciate family while you still have them around, even if at times they can be flawed, and to believe in yourself no matter what challenges befall you. I found this movie to be quite relatable in a way, and I think it was a movie that definitely stuck with me by the end of it, and it was just very beautiful. The animation was just all very cool to look at, and of course by the third act it was just so incredible, and it felt like I was watching The Hobbit at times. I thought that was just so amazing. So overall, I would say that I was really impressed with this movie. I would highly recommend seeing it. I think it's a movie that loads of families would want to see together and talk about it afterwards. So I would give this 5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Onward, and as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates coming every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.